Welcome to TV3 News Journal. I'm Carla Beard. City trash rates will increase after a lengthy discussion and final vote April 18th by City Council. Rates have been the same for more than a decade, and costs had continued to rise, creating a budget deficit. The rate increase will also make it possible to service the trash trucks and to restart pickup for recycling.
The lack of the ability to maintain these trucks as such, it just looks to me like we're just digging a bigger hole by going this route. So this is the reason why I'm not going to be able to support this.
That is why they were planning on going to a true trash system, so you can have one on the street this week while they work on the other one, and have the other one do the recycle that week. That way you alternate it. You have a good maintenance plan on both of them. The reason why the first trash truck they bought in 12 was junk by the time I came into office was because it never was able to come off the line and to be serviced regularly. The next one we bought did a little bit better, but it still didn't have a backup to take offline to be able to service it. So with the two trash truck plan, we have the time to service it and maintain it in-house, and also then have the recycle picked up on the recycle days. The past recycle project was terrible and put every employee out there that did it in jeopardy, in danger. This is the safest way to implement a recycle plan, by having a side loader pickup.
I don't like increases for fees for service any more than anybody else does. And I say fee for service because that's what they are. A fee for a service, not a tax, completely different. What hasn't increased in the last 10 years? The answer is, for one, is our trash and recycle pickup services. If our trash and recycle services were privatized, we would have zero control over future rates. We're all too familiar with introductory rates. Great the first year, maybe two, then the increases begin. Not so great and no control. With this increase, the total trash fee for residents will be $14 a month. Optional recycle will be $7 per month, as well as a deposit for the container. Recycle will be optional. You will still be able to take your recycle to the street department or to the transfer station, your choice. As a city council person at large, it's my responsibility to represent all of you. As of today, not one negative response has been received by the mayor, his office, or by the utilities office where bills are paid. Actually, responses have been positive. I feel the majority of you, despite our common dislike for fee for services increases, and understand the need. My vote is yes.
Rates will increase $4 per month for a regular toter and $2 a month for an extra toter. April 22nd is Earth Day, and in keeping with the spirit of the day, the Fayette County Drug Coalition is working with the Sheriff's Department for a community cleanup and drug take-back day. We talked with Charmin Gabbard and Jessica Burton about plans for the day.
Well, we are super excited because on Earth Day, Fayette County Drug Coalition, Discover Connorsville, and a lot of community partners are coming together to clean up the community. We also invite anyone that wants to be a part to join us here at Connection Cafe, and we will gladly put you to work.
So this is our second year of having the event here, and this year we decided to go ahead and implement Drug Take Back Day as well. So the street out here between Family Video and the cafe will be open for drive-through traffic, and we'll be out there collecting unwanted prescriptions. During the entire day, if someone wants to go out and help collect trash, we provide things to pick up trash so you don't have to handle it or touch it yourself. We also have sharps containers If you come across a syringe and we give you these that you can pick up and dispose of it, or if you're a community member and you have a need for sharps containers, we have them here at the cafe, free of charge. And then throughout the day, we'll also be here doing Narcan training if anyone is interested in that, free as well. We'll also be giving out goodie bags that have just local resources in it. So even if you don't want to participate and go out and help us clean up, you can just stop by the cafe and check out the resources that we have, or any questions that you might have, we'll be glad to answer them.
The Whitewater Valley Arts Association is hosting a show from the Indiana Watercolor Society. Reporter Cindy Perez was there for opening night.
We are a group of about 300 people all over the state that are engaged with watercolor as an art form. And our society is holding regional shows of our work with the purpose of having people appreciate what watercolor is and then possibly joining our society.
I got into watercolor about 1996, never having taken any art in school or anything like that. I was all science-based. I'm a retired nurse, and I just happened to see a display of watercolor that she was going to start teaching, and it's a member of the watercolor group, and so I started going to her class, and here I am.
I hope you come and see us at our gallery, here at Connorsville. It's a beautiful show.
The watercolor show runs through May 6th at the Arts Association building located at 402 Central Avenue. The Everton Volunteer Fire Department is sponsoring its annual bass tourney at Brookville Lake on April 30th. Fire Chief Chad Gronning told us more about the tournament.
Today we're talking about our 4th annual bass fishing tournament sponsored by the Everton Volunteer Fire Department. Our first place is $2,500 for the first place boat team. Every boat team has to be a 2-man boat team. And then all the boats are released at official sunrise. But if anybody would like to come in, see the weigh stations, see the progress, see the different fish that are caught in Brookville Lake, if you would show up at Fairfield Boat Ramp around 1:45 in the afternoon, that's when boats really start coming in. You're welcome to come out and see us. We have concessions in the afternoon, usually hamburgers, hot dogs, chips, etc. pop, as they're coming back in. We do some raffles down there, which we give away sometimes some fishing rods and reels, some baits. Fishing baits are provided to us for giveaway. So it's a really fun afternoon. If anybody's interested in coming down, we really should appreciate any of the support. And if you haven't got signed up with pre-registration, you have till the tournament starts, official sunrise on April 30th. Come on down and get signed up. We'd be glad to see you.
The event is limited to 100 boats, and currently 73 positions have been filled. The deadline for early entry was April 20th, but late entries are accepted the morning of the event and are cash only. The entry fee is $100. The Hope Center has made the finals for the State Farm Good Neighbor Community Grant, but they need your help to win. Here is Tracy Wells with the Hope Center.
Hi, it's Tracy from the Hope Center, and I have some really exciting news today. We entered the neighborhood State Farm grant cycle this year. There were 4,000 entries, and they chose the top 200 to be able to go on to the next level and to see who wins. The top 100 win $25,000. And so we were selected in the top 200, and we're so excited. And what I'm coming to you today is to tell you that you can help us be in the top 100. They're having a voting contest. And so on April 27th, it's going to be opened, and you can go to www.neighborhoodassist.com/entry/20 44507, and you can vote for the Hope Center to win $25,000. And this is going to go such a long way in helping us remodel our new building. And we just hope you'll join in with us, and it's going to be a great day. And I hope I get to meet Jake from State Farm.
The East Central Indiana Regional Art Competition invites artists from a 5-county area to exhibit their work at the Whitewater Valley Arts Association Gallery. Curtis Potters tells us more.
The regional is in May. It's an art competition, be a juried competition. It'll be an advanced class and an amateur class. The advanced class will have prizes for best of show, first, second, and third, and 2 honorable mentions. I think last year we got around 60. I think it was. Everybody can turn in 3 pieces. Anybody can do art. Just do what you feel like doing. Anybody can draw. Is a skill you can learn. Same way with painting. Just a lot of people say they can't do art, but they can. All you gotta do is practice and have a good teacher. Opening hours is Thursday and Friday 11 to 5. Saturday is 10 to 2. And usually the people bring their artwork in on Friday and Saturday. The first Friday before the show. They bring your pieces in on the 6th, and the reception will be on the 13th. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. and we have plenty of food, stuff like that, drinks, and hopefully we'll have a big turnout.
The Honoring Our Elders Luncheon will return this year after a 2-year absence due to the pandemic. Sponsored by the Connorsville Parks Department, it's scheduled for 11:30 on Thursday, May 19th at the Miller Building in Roberts Park. Anyone who was born in 1942 or earlier is invited to attend. Caregivers and spouses are also welcome. Watch for more information as it gets closer to May 19th. The annual Thunder in the Park Demolition Derby is set for Saturday, May 7th in Roberts Park and will start at 5 p.m. Here is John Staples from the Everton Volunteer Fire Department to tell us more.
We have a demo derby May 7th in Roberts Park at the amphitheater. It's going to be at 5 p.m. The gates open at 10 a.m. Tech starts at noon. Ticket prices are $10, $15 for the pits. 5 and under are $5. Cars must be inspected by 4:30 the day of. Classes that we have are as followed. The Smash It Mini Mod trucks. First place is $500, second place is $400, third place is $200. Must be at least 6 of them to have that payout. Minivan classes are $400 for first, $200 for second. We must have 6 also in that class. The first responders class, that's open to any first responder. It's going to be 100% payback. We have the front wheel drive mini class. That's going to be a 100-car limit. That's our big class. That's our big payout for the night. First place is going to be a $5,000 win. Second place will be $2,500. Third place will be $1,250. Fourth place will be $600. Fifth place will be $300. And again, that's a 100-car limit. We will not take any more than 100 cars on that. The big thing is that it's a family-filled, fun event. You can bring your family to it and not have to worry about anything. And it's a good night for a lot of hard-hitting, fun action.
Thank you for watching. If you have a local story, please email us at info@localtv3.com. Now, here's Brad Coulter looking back.
Hi, I'm Brad Coulter and this is Looking Back. At the beginning of the 20th century, Connorsville was growing and changing quickly, and the small entrepreneurs were at the forefront. One man had his iron in many fires. Perry Ferguson's father, Bill, and his family came here from Hamilton, Ohio in 1880 when Perry was 15. They located in the Beeson Station area. Perry, who was born in 1865, had a younger sister and brother, Charles and Jane. Perry Ferguson, by his 20s, was engaged in farming and owned an interest in the 5th Street restaurant in Connorsville. In 1893, he started a job that, although one of many, would become his main interest. he began working for Sherwood Mineral and Bottling Works. There are numerous accounts of his injuries during his apprenticeship. He was all but killed when his wrist was slashed in several places on June 11, 1893, and only the quick work of Dr. John Chitwood saved his life. In 1894, he married Frances Lynn. The same year, the bottling works became the property of Doc Horton, and Perry kept right on learning. Perry was able in 1896 to purchase the business and the real estate from Manfred Dell, and things really took off from there. The Connersville Bottling Company was located at 148 South Central Avenue. Later, it was the longtime home of TP Service, a local supply store, and is still in good shape and now houses apartments. Manfred Dell was treasurer for the Van Amberge Circus that wintered here, and he also owned a jewelry store. In 1911, Dale purchased the Conwell Merrill farm west of town and donated it to the Dale Cemetery Association, and it later became Dale Cemetery. Thousands of local citizens are now buried there. At the time he sold the bottling plant to Perry, he lived at what is the parish house of the newly reopened Trinity Anglican Church at 6th and Eastern. Perry soon became involved in local baseball, no doubt to peddle his soft drinks. In 1904, he was not only affiliated with the Connersville Grays, but he also had an interest in Whitewater Park, the 400-seat stadium in the river bottoms below 4th and Water Street. He became a stockholder in both. His locally produced soft drinks began to sell very well in all adjoining counties too. By 1908, he offered several varieties: iron brew, strawberry, lemon sour, cream and orange cider, and mineral water. They were all popular. In 1906, Perry's brother Charles became the proud owner of the Newcastle Bottling Company after having apprenticed with his sibling for a time. Later, he would return to Connersville to be affiliated with the Whitewater Beverage Company. It was about this same time that Perry started a new venture with a few partners. The National Burial Vault Company was started at an old brass factory at Church and Madison Street near the railroad. Vaults were built and shipped all over the country. Perry was also soon to buy into a meat market on Western Avenue, and starting his own baseball team to play in Whitewater Park, the Connersville Tigers. He was such a popular guy in the city that he was asked to run for office. As a Democrat in January 1909, he became a city councilman. During this time, Finley Gray was mayor, and several hot issues were on people's minds. Canal water was still the drinking water for the city, and Finley Gray wanted to change that. Perry's standing continued to rise, and in 1911, he was elected to a term as Fayette County Sheriff. He resigned his office as councilman to take office as sheriff in January 1912. At the same time, Finley Gray resigned as mayor to head to Congress. He was also an Odd Fellow, belonged to the Knights of Pythias, and was a charter member of the Eagles. Perry was a member of the early board of directors of Roberts Park and was on the first board of the Dale Cemetery Association. Over the years, local soft drink offerings were streamlined, and PDF and High Plain were some of the big sellers. Many local examples of the bottles still are to be found and can also be seen at the Fayette County Historical Museum. Perry continued in operation as owner until 1939, when he sold the business to his son, Manfred Ferguson, named after Manfred Dell, and Alden Allison. Both of these two were also involved in politics. In the late 1930s, one was elected state representative and the other state senator. They continued to operate the Connersville Bottling Company until 1953, and that made 60 years of continuous operation. On March 18, 1945, Perry Ferguson died at his home at 144 South Central Avenue, one door north of his longtime business. This man was a fine example of entrepreneurship and what one single person with the drive and desire can accomplish. His legacy will live on through all the local artifacts still on display. He is fittingly buried at Dale Cemetery.